Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Humanitarian Transformation Network by Candace. Sorry, everybody. This is like my third video today. So I be getting tongue-tied. Thank everybody for joining me. And thank everybody for liking, sharing, and subscribing and viewing. I really appreciate it. I am here to bring awareness to socioeconomic impacts that are impacting humanity based upon my research and my personal experiences and using the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And this week I am speaking about human trafficking because as a woman and a homeless women's advocate and humanitarian consultant, I think it's very important that we bring more awareness to this issue. And it was ironic yesterday. You know, I really didn't, I was going to go into further detail about human trafficking, but something led me to do um, a story, talk about human trafficking and social media websites, not knowing that this is an issue in Congress right now. So I had no idea that this was an issue in Congress right now when I did my video yesterday. So I said, you know what, I'm going to feed off of that today because I was right on point about that. And I had no idea, like I said, that it was going on in Congress. But, it had dawned on me because, I have, an older son and a younger son. And they, come to me and they, tell me about some of this stuff these young girls are posting on Instagram, and they are showing, a lot of their bodies. And so then I got thinking, I said, you know what? I said, that is a pedophile's breeding ground right there. That is a human trafficker's breeding ground right there. Their prey is they don't even have to go look nowhere. All they have to do is get on social media and they can find what they're looking for right on social media. So then I started thinking, I says, well, doesn't the government see this? Doesn't Facebook? I didn't even think about TikTok, but doesn't Twitter? Because Twitter, when I tell you, when I seen that OnlyFans on Twitter, I was just pure D floored about what I saw on that OnlyFans. I said, is this legal to be online? It may as well be a porn site that was online. And I said, these CEOs of Twitter know good and well that this stuff is on Twitter and they're allowing it because they have to approve these pages. Okay, just like all these social media platforms that are allowing all this half naked stuff that goes on, and all of these, basically it's porn. Okay, it's porn right there because a lot of these women, and a lot of young adults and children, you don't know who they're talking to. You don't know who's behind that screen. And I even commented yesterday about the cartoons. They are having a lot of sexual exploitation through these cartoons now, teaching your children to do things that they shouldn't be learning until they become, of age. And they're prepping your children early now via the cartoons, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. So they are targeting children not only online but through the cartoons as well. So you have to really monitor what your children are watching, and they are aware of this. Disney and all of them, they're aware of it. It's the entire entertainment industry, they're aware of it. Okay, just like these social media platforms, they're aware of it. They have to approve all of these sites. And we have uh, porn right on Facebook, right on Instagram, right on Twitter, right on TikTok. This is exploitation at best, and no one wants to talk about this. And none of the CEOs want to be held accountable. Okay, because they know, because it's $100 billion business. Okay, so that means to tell me that they're profiting off of these sites. That's what it's telling me, because they're approving these sites. Oh yeah, sure, and they're keeping these sites up, knowing these women are exploiting themselves. Okay. And even they're, preying on children to, you know, show themselves as well, because these children, they're innocent minded. They don't know, they don't understand what's going on. And, yeah, cartoons doing this. So, hey, let me do this. They're doing this on TikTok. Let me do this. They're doing this on Facebook. Let me do this. They're doing this on Instagram. Let me do this. Okay. Children's minds are very impressionable. Okay. And this is why we have human trafficking and child exploitation and prostitution, basically online. Okay, just be honest about this. This is prostitution online, and these social media platforms are allowing it to go on. Okay, so they want to hide behind the veil, is what they're doing, and just be honest. We see it, and a lot of you parents, your children are involved as well, and especially you parents that have young adult children and even adults. Okay, because the adults are doing it too. They're putting themselves out there, showing every part of their body up under, the moon. God bless them, but they're putting it out there. And these men are coming in droves, and they see, and not understanding that they can find out where you are at, because a lot of these children these days and young adults, they say, oh, I'm going to the mall, or I'm going to school, or we're going to this party, da 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 da. And these predators can go right where they're at and take them out of here. Okay, and you'll never see your child again. So a lot of you parents have to be mindful. So this is why I wanted to feed off of this subject again tonight, because I think it's very important to bring awareness to this, because it's a problem. Oh, as well, I wanted to talk about too, um, because I kind of dealt with this like a couple of years ago. I dealt with this, and I actually brought this up at an event. I had it. It was an event, and they were talking about the Me Too movement. And, me being a homeless women's advocate and dealing with homeless women, when they had, this event, I mean, I went up and I spoke out. I really spoke out. I said, you guys are very inconsiderate and disrespectful. And I said, this Me Too movement is only for the rich. Okay. I said, because what about all of these women currently now? Okay, because I've been fighting for them, trying to help them in any capacity that I can, um, because I've seen these women, and I have spoken to a lot of these homeless women, and I also have been in situations like this myself, being an abused woman and then going through a medical trauma, so I know how they felt. Okay, a lot of these women that don't have a Me Too movement. Okay, they don't have a Me Too movement. That's why I was like, this is a very hypocritical movement, and I didn't believe in it. I said, you guys are talking about feminism and all this other nonsense that's going on. What about homeless women? Okay, that are just out there outside. Okay, with men. Okay, men homeless on the street, men driving around. It doesn't matter. Okay, they see these women vulnerable. They have no protection. So they're just out there to be raped, murdered, molested, and then if they have children, okay, their poor little daughters. Oh, you think they're not gonna prey on them as well? They do that too. So I said, where is their movement at? They don't have a movement. So you guys sit up here and talk about Me Too, Me Too, Me Too. I said, where's their movement? And I actually camped out for homeless women one night, and and I all night long, and I just felt like, oh my God, I could not imagine sleeping outside all night, being in fear of my life to be raped, murdered, or molested. Okay, where's their movement at? A lot of people, I tell you, a lot of women, they are so inconsiderate and so disrespectful because they don't care 2 cents about homeless women and their children. Okay, because a lot of these women have children with them that are homeless. And they want to sit up there and talk about a Me Too movement. All these entertainers, all these stars, and all of these people, Okay, they want to sit up there. Oh, me too, me too, me too, me too. That was her name, Gloria Allred, and all of them. Get, I don't even want, don't even come to me, because I have seen homeless women. I remember one time I was walking. I'm gonna tell y'all some of the stories that I've seen. Okay, and this is why I've been fighting for homeless women. And uh, but when you talk about homeless people, people don't want to help you. They don't want to give you no money. Matter of fact, I tried to get money to help the homeless women, because I said, look, I would buy houses. I would buy warehouses, and start putting these women in, women that have children, these young adult women that have nowhere to go. I would put them in safe houses, okay, so they can rehabilitate and be safe from molestation and rape, because it just frustrates me. But there's a few instances I can tell you guys about, and I kind of spoke about one of them yesterday, but I'm going to speak about a few of them that I've encountered, because I see a woman in distress. I'm like, that could be me. That could be anybody, that any woman that I know, and I'm going to try to do what I can to help her. But anyway, I was walking one day, and it was like down a bike path, and I seen this young lady. Um, she had like a box. It was like a box, and first I thought it was just like she was, I thought it was just like a mattress or something. I didn't really know until I walked up on her, and she got her blanket and she laid down right in that box. And this was in broad daylight. I was like, oh my God. I said, and I tried to help her, because I am a homeless women's advocate with the, for women. And, and I'm thinking, I said, I got her contact information. I said, is there any way that I can contact you, get back, or can you call me to see if I can get you help? I said, because you can't be laying in this bike path with the blanket and a car, laying on a cardboard box. You can't do that. And she had to be like in her maybe early 20s. I said, you can't do that. And she's like, well, I don't have anywhere to go. And I was like, oh my goodness. So anyway, I think I ended up getting her help. And then another situation, I had another young lady. She just kind of approached me, because I guess I looked like I was somebody to help her. And she approached me, and she had her guy friend with her. And she said, can you please help me get a place to stay tonight so I don't get raped? And we happened to be standing right in front of a church. So I knew God put me there for a reason. So, and put her there because she knew that I could help her. And she said the guy that she was with, he was dying of something, but she really didn't focus on him. She was just really focused on, she's like, can you please help me? Okay. She was worried about herself. Okay. She says, I'm trying to get my life together. I want to get my daughter back, can you please help me? And I'm like, oh my goodness, so, I tried to help her. I actually, I think I put her in a hotel for and I don't have much myself, you guys. I don't have much myself, but I put her in a hotel. I was like, I got to do something. So I did put her in a hotel. And then there was another instance, because I frequented down on Skid Row. I'm hearing nightmares from Skid Row, women being found in their tents, dead, naked, but naked. Okay, nobody talks about this stuff. And this is why I'm very adamant about this human trafficking stuff, because this is actually going on right now with homeless women. And nobody's talking about this. And a lot of these big time powerful people are part of the problem, because they're not doing anything. And a lot of you, well, I'm going to say a lot of these rich entertainers, like this Me Too movement nonsense, okay, they're not doing anything, because I actually did get in contact with Melissa Milano, and I think the other one was Kaya Jones. I talked to them about this. I don't even know if they ever did anything. I don't know if they did anything, but they never contacted me back. So you know, all of these publicity stunts for women that, they're going after, Bill Cosby, Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, he needed to be, taken down because he was doing some horrific things, but there's a whole lot of other people out there. Okay, and there's a whole lot of women out here that are not acknowledging that there is a huge homeless population of women and even children that are being exploited because they don't have a roof over their heads. And then you want to sit up in your mini mansions or your mansions and support a Me Too movement talking about feminism, and you don't give one iota about these homeless women out here that are uh, subjected to rape, murder, molestation, you name it, them and their children. Even the LGBT community, okay, they're wide open prey. And you sit up here and you want to talk about Me Too, and you guys have raised millions and millions and millions of dollars, but you can't help women like myself and a lot of these other organizations who have been out here fighting for years. Okay, I met a lady, matter of fact, this was a very sad situation. I met a lady. She she had cancer and she couldn't find housing, and she was going through chemotherapy and she was getting sick and didn't have transportation really to get to the doctor, but then eventually she did get help at least to get her get go to her chemo appointments because she met a guy and the guy started taking her. But who what she said she had to do just to get him to take her to her chemo appointments, okay, and help take her to the places that she need. Women are being put in vulnerable situations and nobody's talking about it, and this is how all this human trafficking starts. Okay, they're seeking out the vulnerable and the weak, and this starts with the homeless population. All of the ones that sit up there in their cushy mini mansions, okay, and even around the world in these third world countries, these women don't have a leg to stand on. And I'm going to talk about Oprah Winfrey's school. You see what those girls, that would happen to those girls in Oprah Winfrey's school. Nobody's talking about that situation. Okay, and what happened in Haiti when the hurricane hit. A lot of those children were taken in human trafficking. A lot of this is happening in these third world countries, but as well as in the United States, and nobody's talking about it. And a lot of these powerful people are right behind it because, to me, they're gaining profit off of some of these exploiting children and a lot of these young adults, women that can't fight for themselves. And some of them, they don't have parents, especially in the foster system. We know all about that foster system, the adoption agencies. A matter of fact, I was watching a movie. A family actually adopted two girls, and it was a husband and wife. They adopted these children to turn around in human trafficking, is what they did. This is actually going on, and nobody is talking about it. Nobody. Everybody wants to not talk about the elephant in the room. And this is why I get so disturbed. There's some entertainers, and professional people out there fighting. I'm not going to say all of them, but there are some out there doing things. But there's a lot of them that aren't doing anything, and they're very hypocritical. And they're talking about, oh, we want to save the children. Oh, we want to, help the children. We want to do this and do that. It's all a facade. It's all about the money. How much money can I make? Okay, how much money can I get? It's not about saving a human life. It's about how much money can I get off. Oh, if I can get five girls or five little boys, ooh, I can make X amount of dollars off of each head. And this is what it is. It's not about saving a human life and caring about a human being, because we're all human beings at the end of the day. It's not about that. It's all about the money. Like the Gloria Allridge and what's that other one? I forget her name. them lawyers, some female lawyers be out here talking about women, women, women. What about these women that's homeless? Okay, you're a hypocrite to me. What about these women that are out here homeless on the street? And there's a lot of young ones out here because I didn't cross paths with a lot of them. Okay, some of them I may still have their phone numbers. Okay, some of them that I couldn't help. And matter of fact, I had one young lady. She contacted me. I don't know how she found me. She contacted me during COVID, and and I think I got her help. I got her help because she was in a very precarious situation. She had two daughters, and she had nowhere to go, and but she ended up finding a place on a property, a little mobile home. But this mobile home, the heat was controlled by the owner, who was a guy, and of course, he wanted, sexual favors from her in order for her to stay there. And he started coming after her and her daughters. And then they didn't have any hot water. The only thing that she had was a microwave. Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, I have to get her out of this situation. So, and I didn't even live in the same state that she lived in, but I contacted people in her state. And I told them what was going on. I said, you go get her out of that situation right now. She has two daughters, and you go get her out that situation. And actually, they were very pleased, that I contacted them. I was like, oh, we would love to work with you. I said, yeah. I said, because this is crazy. I said, it's COVID-19 and she has nowhere to go. And she needs to get out of there because she had no car. Okay. And she had to walk, to get her and her daughter, the little bit of food. She got food stamps and a little bit of money, and she really couldn't pay all her rent. So, if she couldn't pay her rent, he was expecting stuff, from her. And then as well, she was telling me that, sometimes when she couldn't, pay the full rent, the gentleman had what a landlord or whoever, he had a mother, and she would go over to the mother's house, and the mother would just treat her like a purity slave, okay, and talk bad about her. So she not only was going through this type of molestation, she was also getting mentally attacked. Okay, so women are going through this currently now. So and then we see why a lot of women are getting sold into human trafficking because stuff like this is going on and nobody's acknowledging it. And it seems to me, if you don't have enough money to protect yourself, people don't care about you. And this is a big problem. And a lot of these powerful people are very mindful that this is going on. Because I remember when I was running for U.S. Congress, and my biggest, fight was for homelessness, and fighting for women in homelessness. And I asked for help to help the homeless, and I had some women come to me and told me I was begging. I said, excuse me, I am begging? I am trying to help save a human life, and you look at me as I am begging? I said, you people are evil. You are evil people. You can care less about another human being. So that's why I just got out of the whole thing. I just got out of the whole thing because I said there's too many evil people in this arena here. Y'all don't care about human beings. It's all about money, clout, okay, and how much I can make off of each individual. Okay, how many donors can I get? It's all about money, clout, and power. Okay, instead of saving a human life and caring about humanity and caring about uh, uplifting the earth, okay, in the universe to make it a better place for all human beings. It's not about that. It's all about money and power and greed. Okay, and this is what these social media platforms know because human trafficking, okay, and the more people that they exploit, the more money that they get. They know it. So I just don't understand why a lot of people haven't seen this. Even on some of these personal and these dating websites too. Let's just be honest. These a lot of these dating websites, not all of them, not all of them. Okay, and I'm not, I'm, speaking, in general terms. I'm not because we do have good people out there that do care about other people and do care about humanity. Those people, we need more of those people, because I have experienced and saw a lot of people, a lot of these city governments as well. Okay, that state governments, city governments. Oh, we're gonna help, we're gonna help, we're gonna help. You don't help. You don't help at all. When there's elderly people out here homeless on the street, who are you helping? An elderly person is quick to die homeless on the street. Is this, to me, it's a depopulation factor, if you ask me. Okay. But a lot of, like I said, a lot of these dating sites, they're exploiting too. You have predators on there too. Okay. On these dating sites, looking for women, looking for men to prey on. And even children that they're looking, because a lot of people don't understand. You don't know who's behind that screen. You don't know who you're talking to. Okay. Anybody can make a fake account and start talking to anybody. You don't know who that person is. Okay. And especially now, they have the what was her name? Sophia, or the artificial intelligence, that she robot. Okay. She's talking to people online too. They have a whole community. Okay. Of these artificial intelligence robots talking to people now. Okay. Online. They're interacting with people. You might think you're talking to a human being, but you're talking to Sophia the robot. And I forget the guy's name. Okay. But you're talking to them. You're not talking to a real person. And who knows, they might have children, robots. Okay. They're getting very crafty these days. You don't know who you're talking to. That's why, I mentioned this yesterday. I do social media for my business, and that's it. I don't even get on there no more. Okay, because it's all corrupt and it's evil and just too much stuff going on. So you have to be very mindful, okay, because you don't know who you're talking to. Okay, because there's a lot of deceitful people out here doing things behind the scenes, behind the veil, like these social media platforms. TikTok, like I said, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, okay, dating websites. They didn't mention the dating websites. Okay, they didn't mention those. Okay, because there's a lot of that going on too. Okay, some of these dating websites, they need to be monitoring them as well. Okay, because they could be doing stuff behind the scene. That's a pedophile's haven too. Okay, they prey. They're looking for any way to get their next victim, and this is what people don't understand. Okay, this internet era has. This is why human trafficking is $100 billion business. Probably more than that. Probably a lot more than that. Okay, because now with the internet, it's worldwide, and this is why we have these children under the. Let me talk about it. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. Okay, look it up for yourself. You can look it up for yourself. But I'm very aware of these children that they're putting underground. Okay, they're putting these kids and these women underground. Okay, they're exploiting them underground. They done dug tunnels to exploit them and trafficking them through tunnels. Okay, a lot of people don't know that, but look it up yourself. It's happening. It's real. All of this is real. They're putting them up underneath the ground. Okay, transporting them underground, so they don't have any red flags. You know, above above ground. So they're doing it all up underground. Okay. I actually saw a video. I'm not going to talk about that, but I actually saw a video of some kids. And actually, no, yeah, I saw a video. I seen a couple of video of these kids coming out of places, and these little kids. These are babies, okay? These were children. They were rescuing children from people. I said, what in the world? Some of them, they had to fly down in helicopters, and you just seen the kids start getting in the helicopter, just getting in the helicopter, coming out of this building. Who had those kids? Okay, why why wasn't anybody aware of whoever had these kids? So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of sick stuff going on, and I pray to God that a lot of this stuff will be addressed, and there be more awareness brought to it. And this is why I'm bringing awareness to it, because it needs to be talked about, because a lot of people are in the dark. A lot of people are out here for self-preservation, for money and power, and how much money that I can make. It's not about helping humanity. It's not about helping a human life. It's not about keeping women safe, because like I was speaking out in that Me Too movement. They actually didn't want me to speak, but I grabbed that microphone. I grabbed that microphone and I said, no, you are going to let me speak because there's homeless women out there that are not protected. You have the audacity, and it was like a whole panel of women, You have the audacity because you're rich and famous to sit up here and talk about a Me Too movement. And we got women out here dying every night that are being raped and molested because they have no roof over their head. But what they want to do, oh, it's their own fault. Well, if that's the case, these people in the Me Too movement, it's their fault that they got raped and molested. Okay, it's their fault. If you want to, if you want to be, talk about, being contradictory here, it's their fault. But no, they don't want to talk about the homeless women. Oh, yeah, it's their fault. Well, it's these Me Too women, all these women in this entertainment industry that put themselves in that predicament. It's their fault. Okay, so if you want to talk about the homeless women, oh, it's their fault. Okay, you want to be contradictory like that? I said, no, it doesn't work like that. If you're going to protect women, you're going to protect all women, whether they're homeless or if they're in the entertainment industry. I don't care what they are doing. If you are, supposed to be protecting women, you're going to protect them all as one, not separate because they have money and the other women don't have money and they're homeless on the street, being raped and molested. That woman can be rehabilitated back into society. You are giving her the false hope. Okay, she has no hope. Okay, you're just giving up on that woman because she's homeless on the street. You don't give up on nobody. Anybody can be rehabilitated back into society. But no, because she doesn't have your riches and your fortunes. Okay, and she doesn't have the money to go get lawyers and all of this stuff that you guys can afford. Just let her die. Let her get raped. Let her get molested. And we're just going to move on with our lives. This is what we're dealing with, people. Okay. This is what we're brutally, honestly dealing with out here. And nobody wants to talk about it. And these, like I said, these social media platforms, they're part of it too. Nobody wants to talk about all this. It's just all hypocritical. This is what it is. It's hypocritical. So I hope everybody understands this. And women, I don't care what part of the country you're in. If you can do something to help another woman and you know what is going on and you're sitting back and you're not doing anything, you're part of the problem to me. You are part of the problem because you know you can help those women and you're not doing nothing about it. You're just sitting back and you're just letting it happen. And you know what's going on. I don't care. And especially, some of them are fortunate to be in the United States, know they have problems in their country and they're not doing anything about it. They're just letting it happen. Okay. They know they're getting raped and pillaged and everything else. Female genital mutilation going on. Okay, that's a whole nother topic I can talk about. But female genital mutilation is going on in the United States because guess what? It happened to me. Okay, it happened to me. I didn't ask for it, but it happened to me. Okay, I don't really talk about it to people, but I really, because it's too much nonsense going on. So we just really got to speak out about everything. But it's happening right here in the United States as well, and in other countries. This is why, some women, I just look at them like, you think that it's all about you. What about the next woman? Okay, that had, been through more trauma than you could ever think of because she doesn't have this or X, Y, and Z, or she doesn't look to par, or she's on drugs and all this. Oh, she we're just going to leave her where she's at. She's a waste of space. That's what you got. They look at it. Oh, she's a waste of space. That woman can be rehabilitated back into society with the proper love and care and respect and education in her life and proper living facilities where she can eat right, okay? Where she can do her hair, where, she can nourish her body. She can be rehabilitated back into society just like a convicted felon can. But we don't want to talk about none of this. But anyway, guys, I can go on because I know so much stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed Humanitarian Transformation Network by Candace. I hope you guys found this very insightful. But we really need to do something about these big government facilities in this entertainment industry that is hiding behind the veil. And they know that they are part of the problem, but they don't want to take accountability for their actions because these predators are right on their platforms and they are hiding behind the scenes and they know it and they're not doing one iota because it's all about the money, greed, and power. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed Humanitarian Transformation Network. And we will have more to come tomorrow in my human trafficking series. And we're going to dig in a little bit deeper and have a blessed night. And let's pray for all women and all children and all the LGBT community that is experiencing human trafficking. Let's pray that they get to a safe place which they can heal their mind, bodies, and souls. Thank you guys and have a blessed night or day wherever you're at.